Good morning, lovely people. Welcome to today's newspaper review on Emirate Radio. We are located behind Federal Ministry of Environment of Ujoba with Ilorin, Kwara State. I am Misturah Issa, and with me,
Alimah Abdulsalam. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, on today's newspaper review, we'll be looking at Daily Trust newspaper.
I have Royal News.
The Punch newspaper.
I have Daily Post. I have The Nation.
And also Royal News. On today's news, the stories we are the headlines. Here are the headlines for this morning. On Daily Trust newspaper, enough is enough, Northern traditional rulers.
On Royal Newspaper, we have Afsal Lawal. Abdurrahman Bello gets legal representation, pleads not guilty.
Also on Punch newspaper, Refs panel awaits briefing on Rivers assignments.
On Daily Post, we have court strikes out Falana's defamation case against Very Dark Man.
All still on Punch newspaper, Ondo APC slam PDP over calls for emergency rule.
Joining out on the Punch newspaper, we have EFCC arraigns man for non-declaration of foreign currency at Lagos Airport.
Still on Punch newspaper, El-Rufai engages Katsina PDP, SDP in alias bid.
Looks like we're in love with Punch newspaper this morning. Here we have federal government declares Friday, Monday, public holiday for Easter celebration.
On Daily Post newspaper, death toll rises to 127, Lassa fever.
I'm still on the Punch newspaper. We have Ayedatiwa empowers 15,000 youth.
Ganduje was conquest, so says NMPP dead.
And on the Daily Post newspaper, I have Nigerian moving backwards under Tinubu, El-Rufai alerts.
On Daily Post newspaper, 2027 election between APC, Nigerians, or your governor Makinde says.
On Royal newspaper, we have Kwara governor appoints 42-year-old Abdulfatai Alayande as new Auditor General.
Also, Singapore table begin freedom from Okekura prison. It's time to take a look at the story making headlines on Nigerian National Daily this morning. On Daily Trust newspaper, enough is enough, Northern traditional rulers. His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, has said that traditional rulers are more concerned with the spat of killings and insecurity in Nigeria than the average politician in the country. The Sultan, who spoke at the Northern Traditional Ruler Council's 7th Executive Committee meeting in Maiduguri yesterday, said they have come together as servants of the nation to discuss contentious security issues in closed-door meeting.
Abdurrahman Bello gets legal representation, pleads not guilty. Abdurrahman Bello, the suspected murderer of Afsal Lawal, alongside with his accomplice on Tuesday, appeared before the Kwara State High Court sitting in Ilorin and pleaded not guilty to the alleged murder of Afsal Lawal, a final year student of the Kwara State College of Education, Ilorin. The trial commenced yesterday at the state legal team was by Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice in the state, Barrister Senior Suleiman.
Also on Punch newspaper, Refs panel awaits briefing on Rivers assignment. The House of Representatives 21 member ad hoc committee constituted to oversee governance in Rivers State following the declaration of emergency rule by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is yet to be briefed on how to carry out its mandate. President Tinubu declared a 6-month emergency rule in Rivers State on March 18, 2025, after a prolonged political crisis between Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the State House of Assembly. He suspended both parties and appointed Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas as sole administrator, a move which verified by both chambers of the National Assembly. Speaker of the House Tajuddin Abbas inaugurated the committee yesterday at the National Assembly complex in Abuja, appointing House Leader Professor Julius Ihobere as chairman. Despite the formal inauguration, members say they are yet to receive clear directives.
Court strikes out Falana's defamation case against Very Dark Man. A defamation case filed against social media personality Martins Otese, popularly known as Very Dark Man, has been struck out by the Federal High Court sitting in Ikeja, Lagos. Presidency Judge Justice Martins Idowu delivered the ruling during the defendant's rearrangement on Tuesday. He noted that the substance case brought by human rights lawyer Femi Falana's son and his son, musician and actor Folarin Falana, widely known as Falz, is already before another court.
Also on Punch newspaper, although APC slammed PDP over calls for emergency rule. The political temperature in Ondo State has risen following a call by the People Democratic Party for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to declare a state of emergency in the state due to what it described as an alarming spread of insecurity. In a strongly worded statement yesterday, the PDP, through its Director of Media and Publicity, Mr. Leye Igbagbo, accused Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa of failing in his constitutional duty to protect lives and property, citing recent killings and alleged inaction by the government. The opposition party claimed that over 50 people had been killed in recent attacks across the state without any meaningful response or arrest. The All Progressive Congress have, however, dismissed the PDP's claims as political motivated and lacking substance.
EFCC arraigns man for non-declaration of foreign currency at Lagos Airport. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has arraigned one Ogodusi Christopher Okechukwu before Justice Yelimi Bugoro of the Federal High Court Ikoyi, Lagos, for allegedly failing to declare foreign currency in his possession at the Muritala International Airport, Ikeja. According to the statement today by the Lagos Zonal Decorated 2 of the EFCC, the defendant was arraigned on Tuesday, April 15, 2025, on a 2-count charge bordering on money laundering. The EFCC explained that Ugodozi was apprehended in December 2024 by the operative of the Nigerian Customs Service at the airport and was later transferred to the EFCC for further investigation.
Still on Punch newspaper, El-Rufai engages Katsina PDP, SDP in alias bid. Former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai yesterday held a meeting with leaders of the People's Democratic Party and the Social Democratic Party in Katsina State. The meeting held at a private venue in Katsina centered our potential political realignment ahead of the 2027 election. The former governor and chieftain of the SDP held a closed-door meeting with top officials of the PDP, led by the former secretary to the Katsina State government, Dr. Mustapha Inuwa, and SDP stalwart. Although details of the meeting were not made available to newsmen, the meeting was not unconnected with the former governor's drive to engage politicians to form a coalition House President Bola Tinubu formed as of by 2027.
Still on the Punch newspaper, where federal government declares Friday, Monday public holiday for Easter celebration. The federal government has declared Friday, April 18th and Monday, April 21st, 2025 as public holiday to mark Good Friday and Easter Monday. This was disclosed by the Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubunmi Tuji-Ojo, yesterday. He emphasized that the importance of embodying the virtues of the sacrifice and love displayed by Jesus Christ, who had to die for the redemption of man, while greeting Christians on the joyous occasion. In a statement by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Dr. Magdalene Ajani, the minister called on the Nigerians to use the holiday period to pray for peace and unity and stability of the nation.
Okay, on Punch newspaper, federal government pledges to protect life infrastructure. The federal government has pledged to protect lives, livelihoods, and infrastructure nationwide by issuing timely, accurate, and actionable flood alerts advisories. The Director of Erosion, Flood and Coastal Zone Management at the Federal Minister of Environment, Usman Bakani, gave the assurance yesterday in his 2025 Flood Watch Awareness and Preparedness message. Last week, the government revealed that approximately 1,249 communities across 176 local government areas in 30 states and the Federal Capital Territory are expected to experience significant flooding between April and November of this year. The Minister of Water, Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Sef, made this announcement during the official presentation of the 2025 Annual Flood Outlook by the Nigeria Hydrological Service Agency in Abuja. According to UTSEF, high flood risk states include Abia, Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, Borno, Cross River, Delta, Ebonyi, Edo, Gombe, Imo, and Jigawa. The minister emphasized that flooding will be one of the Nigerian most devastating natural disasters, warning that climate change continues to increase both the frequency and severity of the floods.
Aiyedatiwa empowers 15,000 youths. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has reiterated his administration's commitment to youth empowerment in all over 18 local government areas of the state. Aiyedatiwa also promised to deepen his administration's effort in empowering the youths and ensuring safe, prosperous future for all citizens of the state, adding that 15,000 youths have been empowered through labor-intensive public workforce program of his administration. The governor stated this during an interactive session with various youth group held at the International Center of Culture and Events in Akure, the state, yesterday, while describing young people as the backbone of the state's development and vital to the success of any meaningful transformation. Aiyedatiwa presented to the youth this administration's 7-point developmental agenda, tagged Our Ease, which focuses on order and security, rural and urban development, technological advancement, healthcare, power infrastructure, and education.
Okay, let me take this story before going on a short break. On Daily Post, death toll rises to 127. Death toll from Lassa fever has risen to 127, according to the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention (NCDC). This information was disclosed in a situation report released yesterday. The NCDC confirmed 674 Lassa fever cases with 127 deaths across 18 states and 93 local government areas between January and April 6, 2025. The report stated that 674 cases tested positive out of 4,025 suspected cases from January to April 6th. The case fatality rate currently stands at 18.8%, up from the previous 18.5%. The outbreak is concentrated in 3 states, Ondo, Bauchi, and Edo, accounting for 71% of confirmed cases.
All the songs that you love. God, all the songs that you love. God, all the songs that you love. God, all the songs that you love. Make your day better on Emirate 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 Radio.
We take the lead among all radio stations. Emirate Radio, the station of your choice. We take the lead among all radio stations. Emirate Radio, the station of your choice.
Welcome back. On Punch newspaper, Gaduje Wars Concourse says NNPP dead. The national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has declared the new Nigerian People's Party is dead, hinting that its leader and former governor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso is set to return to the ruling party. Speaking yesterday in Abuja during a courtesy visit by the Tinubu support group to the APC National Secretariat, Ganduje stated that the party under its leadership was ready to welcome Kwankwaso back into its fold. According to him, the APC has been receiving prominent politicians and lawmakers from various regions of the country, further solidifying the party's dominance. He continued. Ganduje also dismissed ongoing effort by opposition elements to form a coalition against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ahead of the 2027 election, predicting that such alliance would eventually collapse, with their key figures returning to the APC.
On Daily Trust newspaper, we have Nigerian moving backwards under Tinubu, El-Rufai alleges. A former governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, has accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration of incompetency, nepotism, and betrayal of the founding idea of the All Progressive Congress. El-Rufai, who recently dumped the APC for the Social Democratic Party (SDP), alleged that Nigeria had been moving backwards since Tinubu assumed the office on May 29, 2023. According to the ex-governor, the country is worse off today in terms of insecurity, economy and governance that was under previous administration. El-Rufai, once a close ally of the President Tinubu and a key figure of the APC's electoral victories in 2015, 2019 and 2023, now presents himself as one of the biggest critics of the administration, allying that what the APC was before is far cry from what its founder envisioned.
On Punch newspaper, Rivers administrator threatened lawsuit to recover 300 million from MBA. The Rivers State government has threatened legal action against the Nigerian Bar Association to recover the sum of 200 million naira following the relocation of the MBA's 2025 annual general conference from Port Harcourt to Enugu State. According to the Rivers State government, the money was not a donation but was given with a clear understanding that Port Harcourt would host the 2025 conference. This was discussed in a statement issued yesterday in Port Harcourt by Hector Ibikwe-Ubo, media aide to the state's sole administrator, Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas. The state government categorically rejected the MPA claim that the 300 million naira payment was merely a gift and unrelated to hosting rights. The statement clarified that funds were transferred with the mutual understanding that the state will serve as the host city for the MBA's premier annual event.
And on Royal News, we have Kwara governors appoint 42-year-old Alayande as new Auditor General. The Kwara State Governor, Malam Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, has appointed Mr. Alayande Fatai Oladeji as the Auditor General of the state. He was cleared by the Kwara State House of Assembly yesterday. He is a member of the prominent professional bodies such as International Academy of Forensic Investigation and Criminal Intelligence, Chartered Forensic and Investigative Professional, Certified Forensic Accountant, Chartered Accountant, Professional Financial Manager, and Islamic Accountant and Finance Professional. His career spanned across many corporate organizations, including Michael Adenuga & Co., Chartered Accountants and Tax Practitioners, Equilateral Petroleum Coastal and Process Limited, and Olu Sifule Fora & Co., Chartered Accountants.
On Daily Post newspaper, 2027 election between APC Nigerians, Oyo Governor Makinde. Oyo State Governor Sheyi Makinde says the 2027 presidential election will be between Nigerians and the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, and not the APC versus his party, the main opposition People Democratic Party, PDP. Makinde said this on a national TV yesterday. The governor blasted the APC government for the wobbling economy and the escalating security challenges in the country, saying that the next poll will be judgment time for the Bola Tinubu presidency. According to him, his party PDP remained the hope of the common man, stressing that the PDP won't make the mistake that made it lose the 2023 presidential poll. Makinde, while drawing lessons from the last poll said his party made a grave mistake by handing the presidential ticket, the national chairman slot, and the office of the Director General of the presidential campaign to members from the Northern region only. The Oyo governor reiterated that the exclusion of Sultanans from the three major slot deals is self-inflicted blow to the PDP as culminated in the loss suffered by the party in the poll. Also on royal note, singer Portable will gain freedom from Okekura prison. Controversial Nigerian singer Habib Okikiola Badmus, aka Portable, has been released from the Okekura prison. He left the court premises in Ilorin about 3:30 p.m. following the acceptance of pressure and plea mounted on King Saheed Osupa to withdraw the criminal defamation, among other charges slammed against him. He was dropped out of the court with a tainted private vehicle, which signified that Portable has secured his freedom from the prison custody. Recall that Portable has spent a night at Okekura prison following his inability to meet up with the bail condition offered him by Judge Sunday Adeniyi. And lastly, on Daily Post newspaper, stop retreat in France, return to Nigeria, Peter Obi tells Tinubu. The Labour Party former presidential candidate Peter Obi today charged President Bola Tinubu to urgently suspend his retreat in France and return home to tackle the insecurity challenges confronting Nigerians. Obi said over 150 Nigerians have been killed in the last 2 weeks that Tinubu left Nigeria for France. While in France, gunmen had attacked community in Plateau and Borno State, killing several people. Posting on his X handle today, Mr. Obi said, Mr. President, domestic problem beacons. That ends today's newspaper review on Emirate Radio. For more in-depth of the stories, get the newspaper. Once again, I am Misturah Issa.
And I am Alimah Abdulsalam.
Thanks for joining.